The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Ahoy! Let's go! We're waking up Chicago. Turn up the radio. It's time to start the show. On Q101 with the morning crew. Ahoy! Let's go! Welcome to the morning show.
And it's Friday.
I created a monster, cause nobody wants to see Marshall no more. They want shady, I'm chopped liver. Well, if you want shady, this is what I'll give you. A little bit of weed mixed with some hard liquor, some vodka that'll jumpstart my heart quicker than a shock when I get shocked at the hospital by the doctor when I'm not cooperating. When I'm rocking the table while he's operating. Hey! You waited this long to stop debating, cause I'm back, I'm on the brag and ovulating. I know that you got a job, Miss Cheney, but your husband's heart problem's complicating. So the FCC won't let me be, or let me be me, so let me see. They try to shut me down on MTV, but it feels so empty without me.
Let's go. Friday finally got here.
Good Lord.
I know, really wet outside, really moist.
Ew.
Yeah, be careful. There's a lot of standing water again. I don't know when you came in from your
How's
direction.
water stand?
Well, you know, just big, humongous puddles that if you go through your car will just like hydroplane and you'll crash.
Oh.
That's what it is.
Well, be safe,
Yeah,
everybody.
well, Lakeshore Drive, for some reason, like when it rains like this, it's always the far left lane and the far right lane are just literally half a foot of water. And I know there's some problems out there already. We'll get the traffic in a second, but I went through. It's fun to drive through that, right? Like you're like, yeah, I'm going to drive through like a commercial and go, shh. But then your car starts spinning and you hit the wall and it's like, not
Like your rogue's not gripping? Gripping the way you want it to?
that all four-wheel drive, it kicks in. It's an all-wheel drive vehicle. It's very safe.
I
But-
never got that. All wheels drive. I hope so.
Well,
It's like
At a
road
car.
work ahead. I sure hope so.
Like what? What do you mean all the wheels drive? That's the point.
well, you have a Jeep.
Yeah.
So it's yours is like four-wheel drive, probably not all-wheel drive. Meaning you have to shift it into four-wheel drive.
Yeah, I can shift to four wheel. I just don't get it.
Why don't you
What
do
are
it?
the other two doing when
Why-
I'm not there?
Why don't you do it and try it and see what happens?
What do you mean?
Shift it in four-wheel drive.
It's usually in four wheel drive.
Oh, you shouldn't do that because it uses more gas.
Oh God.
No one told you. She drives about 45 miles one way.
I want all the wheels to work though.
No, because
I don't want only two.
the other two will be chilling when you put it in two-wheel drive.
What does that mean?
So probably then the Jeep. I'm guessing I have to say front-wheel drive, and then all the time. So the back wheels are moving, but there's no power to those back wheels. They're just moving.
It's rolling.
There's rolling. They'd be rolling. So do that. But you should not be in four-wheel drive all the time. It uses more gas.
Can you explain something to me really fast when we're doing cars?
By the way, I'm not a car guy either. I just know that much.
I know you're not a car guy.
Your brother's a mechanic.
I know. But can somebody just explain to me why anyone would use neutral for anything? My car just stops working when it's in neutral. Like, what does it do?
I've also wondered this.
What do you do in neutral?
So you're saying, if I get this right, that we should remove neutral because you just have your foot on the brake and drive, or in park, or reverse. There's no need for neutral.
What do you do with it?
I put it in
You
neutral.
can't tow, you can't back up, you can't drive forward. Like, what is it for?
Idling. So when I go to Costco to get gas, it's a long line. I'll put it in neutral because I don't want in drive with my foot on the brake. Even though it can still roll, you got to be careful. I could put it in park, but I think it's better to put it in neutral because you're not using all the parts to go in the park again. Again, I could be wrong on that. I'm just guessing.
So it's the same as park?
No, because if you put it in park, the car won't move. If you put it in neutral, it'll still roll if you want to, but it's running, not in any gear. Make sense?
Nope.
So, like if you were on a hill and you put it in neutral, the car would roll back, but it'd be running. But if you put it in park, it won't. It'll be running, but stopped.
Well, what is the benefit of that?
Oh, Chef Sean has it. Car washes.
Neutral is for car washes and being towed. Well, that sucks.
Yeah, because you don't put it in park in a car wash. You got to put it in neutral.
Is that what you do when your car runs out of gas? You put it in neutral and push it?
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah,
Can't you just be in drive?
No, because it's in gear. It shouldn't be. I mean, maybe you could, but neutral's for that too. Yeah, there you go. That's what neutral's for.
Okie doke. Getting towed. I don't want that as an option at my car.
But you want.
Sorry, I have the non-tow car. You can't do anything about it.
But
Wish
you
could.
like car washes though?
Barely.
You You don't wash the car very
Every
easy?
time I go through a car wash, the second I get out, a huge bug hits me. Every time.
Well, jeez.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for some facts to make your brain go. And we have some Cinco de Mayo facts that may blow your mind coming up here at 6:30 with... It just feels weird that Cinco is on Sunday. I wish it was now so we could just get loaded.
You know what's a bummer? Is last year was on a Friday. Very fun Cinco Day to have.
Sure.
It's Friday, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's a leap year, so we missed Cinco on Saturday.
That's BS.
We did a little hip skip, skip hop.
Hop, skip,
What'd
and a
I say?
jump?
Whoops.
A little dyslexia?
It's mild, but I have it. But it's like, that's just a bummer. Fast forward to Sunday Cinco.
Yeah. The last great Cinco I remember was Saturday night because it was 2019 before the pandemic, and we did an awesome Q101 Cinco pub crawl. I did the North Burbs, like 4 or 5 places, and that was pre-Harper, so I just didn't have to worry about not coming home wasted and having to take care of the baby, So I got lit. It was great.
Like you did every other day.
Pretty much.
You're like, Seis de Mayo. I got pretty lit too.
But there's some things you may not know about Cinco de Mayo that we will deliver to you coming up here in 6 minutes.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Well, it's time for a fact that makes your brain go. Actually, several of them that you may not be aware of about Cinco de Mayo, which is Sunday. Hope we see you out at your local joints. I'll be at Cafe El Tapatio at some point, getting some enchiladas. And I don't like margaritas. Not a margarita guy.
What?
I know. I wish I was because everybody else is. But I'll be drinking some Modelo. I'll be having some beers.
I love margaritas.
Yeah.
I love it. Actually, Cointreau is doing something kind of cool.
Who is?
Cointreau, like the tequila brand.
Oh, yeah.
They're doing something called a lime of credit. Isn't that cute?
Oh.
I love it. And they're helping people get like $20. They're going in $20 for you to like buy margaritas.
And how do you get the $20?
So if you had to go to like Cointreau, like Cointreau.com or whatever.
go to the
like,
website.
You go to the website. You can sign up for the lime of credit. It's really cute.
It's very funny.
That's fine. Listen, any money towards margaritas is my kind of money.
That's probably like at least one free one. You know what I mean? Like $20.
Yeah,
I mean,
I would say so. Because even the one that I got that was expensive, the El Jefe, the other night, I got a very pricey one.
Yeah.
And that was like $20. Like that's for a good margarita, I would say.
And they're like a meal, kind of in a way. A margarita can take some time to down. Like I'm drinking Modelo's, like I'm done.
You're tossing.
I'm getting like 3 done by the time you're done with that margarita. When Megan drinks one, because you sip it and you enjoy it, it tastes good.
Have you ever had tahini, Brian?
Tahini, yes. So I've had it as a seasoning, right? But it is in drinks, correct?
Well, a lot of people put it on the rim instead of salt.
Yes. Yeah, I've
You had that?
I've had the candy too, the tahini candy.
Oh, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
You could also put tahini on mango, and it's so good.
What was the second thing you said?
Mango.
Oh, man.
Is that a hard word for you?
No, you said it like I say El Milagro. You said it.
You put it on there like the sweet with the, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I got to be in the mood for that combination. Case, have you ever had that? Or you actually had a heart attack with the Potbelly sandwich with jalapeno poppers on it.
Yeah, no, I can't handle that.
I don't think you could handle tahini.
I
No.
feel like tahini's like, it's not spicy though.
It hits though a little bit. I mean, it certainly hits.
Almost in like a citrus burn, if that makes sense.
But it has a burn.
Case, can you handle citrus burn or just?
I don't know. Sometimes an orange hits me the wrong way. Does anybody have a glass of milk and need to wash down this orange?
I picture him in the hot ones like he ate an orange.
Yeah.
He's grabbing milk because he ate an orange.
Oh, what did Sean Evans get for you? Oh, grapefruit? Oh, my God.
Do you even salt and pepper your food?
It depends what it is.
Oh God.
Yeah, sometimes the pepper
I
is
will
just...
never eat in Case's home ever, ever.
And now, white food. Bland as hell. Like shake and bake chicken, probably.
Mashed
Yeah.
potatoes.
But like not seasoned mashed potatoes. Like you
Yeah.
actually just mashed a potato.
Right.
No, yeah, it's the literal definition.
Ugh.
Okay, so here's some facts about Cinco de Mayo you may not be aware of. For example, Cinco de Mayo, let's make this clear because we say it every year, is not Mexican Independence Day. And I knew that. I thought that's what it was at one point, so I'm not like hating on anybody. I thought that's what it was. It's not. 60% of Americans don't know that. So in Chicago here, now we have a large Mexican population, and just because of that, I think people know more here than they would other cities, depending on where you live.
That's
you know,
fair.
You know what I mean? Like
Right.
just So Cinco de Mayo celebrates the victory over France, like where Sum 41's playing. If you text hero, you get to France, text that to 95819, you might get there for a show. How about that?
How about that?
So that's what it celebrates. It was the French at the Battle of Puebla in 1862.
There you go.
Yeah. And they won.
Anyways, we drink a lot.
Well, that's the funny part is because back in the 80s, it was Budweiser and Miller and Coors that pushed to spin Cinco de Mayo as, quote, Mexican St. Patrick's Day.
OMG. You got to be kidding me.
I tried to find some commercial that would have been like really aged poorly.
You'd be like,
I'll work on it. I haven't found one
it's
yet.
like a leprechaun in a sombrero. It's like, this is inappropriate. How did this make it through marketing?
That's how I picture it. But that was the big push that made Cinco de Mayo what it was because it's not a big deal in Mexico.
No.
It's not at all. And, Americans like to celebrate because it's just one more. Like you said, you got St. Patty's Day in the middle of March. We can drink our ass off in May. And then by the time.
America is like, how do we market this? I mean, that's how we operate. So.
Yeah, well, and Budweiser Miller made millions and billions off that for the last 40 years, promoting it as that. It wasn't, even like pre-'80s, it was not promoted as that.
No.
And somebody in a marketing meeting went like, hey, you know what? We put a sombrero on a leprechaun and we're going to make millions. That's what.
Offend some also, but they're like, that's a risk we're willing to take.
Yeah, the company made millions. They're happy.
That guy at the counter went, no one will remember. There's no social media to cancel us.
They're like, recycle those letters. Who cares?
Is that a pirate who's on the marketing team?
No, it's some guy.
Arg.
Look, guys, it's always some guy in a meeting that gets really excited about an idea
You
that he
sound
wants
like
to
the
push.
parrot from Aladdin.
I don't have that reference point at I'll look that up too later on with
Wait,
my
you
YouTube
know,
preview.
it's that one guy.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, but I can't get
What's
the audio.
his name?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, you don't know his name?
The parrot has a name?
No, the actor has a name.
Oh.
Gilbert Gottfried.
What's his name?
Gilbert Gottfried.
Oh, Gilbert
Right.
Gilbert Gottfried. Rest in
right?
peace. Yeah, he died last
you know
year,
what
sadly.
that voice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was the Aflac duck guy.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Or he was for a while.
He was.
A lot of birds in his life, huh?
Yes, exactly.
He's a bird guy.
Hey, you find your lane, you stay with it. Make millions. Let's see. What else about Cinco de Mayo? Whoa, there's deals. There's deals out there, not just that again, we're in Chicago.
Wow. Way to go, Brian.
I mean, we're in Chicago.
There's going to be some specials.
Like Chipotle has a special.
What is it?
They're offering $0 delivery fee on orders of $10 or more and below $200. Because I guess they don't want to carry that much. They don't want $200 worth of stuff.
They don't want large order.
Yeah, so you just use the promo code Sync, I should say, 024, or Cinco24. I thought it was a 0 in there. Damn it. So it's CINCO24 at checkout, and that's going on there. So anyway, Hooters has a special, by the way.
Really?
Why?
Because, of course, when you think of Cinco de Mayo, you think of Hooters, duh.
Okay.
Offering $5 Dos Equis Big Daddy beers, which I imagine is a 24-ouncer maybe. Legendary Ritas or Patron shots at all participating Hooters of America. There's one right in Rosemont you can go to. Case we go by there, Case always wants to stop in. Case has never been to a Hooters.
I've never been inside of a Hooters. I've only had Hooters to go.
I only had Wing House, which is Hooters direct competition in the South.
Wing House?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Huh.
Boy shorts, tank tops.
Yeah, what do the
wings.
uniforms look like? Is it the same colors?
No, red and black.
Oh, interesting.
What kind of orange is direct competition, if you will?
It's funny to think the color had a direct competition.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's very eye-catching, like the orange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it black tank top, red shorts, or red tank top, black
Red
shorts?
tank top, black shorts.
Wow, really? Okay.
Yeah, so that's what we're going. Same thing.
And that establishment was called Wing House?
Wing House.
Good to know.
Good Southern thing. Very close to the Buccaneers Stadium. Wing House directly adjacent.
Similar colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can go there.
You just sent Case on a wormhole on his Instagram that his girlfriend's going to find later of the Wing House girls on his, when she opens up his phone later on.
I just heard it was a good restaurant.
And it was
Oh,
really...
did you get to dinner?
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We've talked about cicada apocalypse. All the cicadas coming to the Chicagoland area. We are preparing well here in the spring and summer. It's going to be quite terrifying in a way. But we wanted a different perspective. And in Chicago, we found a new friend of the show with Brian and Kenzie, Chad the Bird.
Oh, yeah, he's going to give us a bird's eye view, if you will.
Oh!
About a big, huh?
Yeah,
Okay, I thought you were going to give me the sound effects. I did it myself.
I had the reach there, sorry.
There you go.
So, here's the perspective of the cicadas coming to Chicago. We have him on here. Chad the Bird, people. Welcome in.
I love Chad the Bird.
was a bird. Trust me on the bird thing. Straight to your living room, and now each and every one of you knows that it's true. Scribbledy-bobbledy-boo, he can fly. What a guy, he's got a lot of friends. We'll swing on by. I tell you, there's a lot in store, and even more than you could possibly have ever imagined.
And it's Chad the Bird
Hey,
joins
what's
the show.
going on?
Hey.
How are you?
Hey.
Everyone. Yeah, no, it's true. I am a bird, so I have some expertise on the matter. I'm sorry to hear that they are frequenting your house, by the way. That's
I
That's
know.
got to be rough. But, like, good
Getting
on you. That's like
strange,
Spring
right,
Break 97. Like, it feels like Cabo.
I mean, do you have beef with orgy bugs? They
Do
gotta
I
be
have
all...
beef with orgy bugs?
Yeah.
Oh, man, put that on a shirt. No, I don't. They're actually delicious. They taste like potatoes. They're the Fritos of bugs. They're like the McRib of bugs because they come around every now and then. You never know when it's happening. And when they're here, everybody freaks out. And you're like, yeah, but why? It's the same as last year.
It's so special, though.
This is special. There's a 13-year and a 17-year happening this year. It's the first time in 221 years. Be sensitive to their needs, these little cicadas. Like the 17-year is like the last movie they saw was like Saving Private Ryan or something about marriage. So they're going to be a little confused.
Cicadas are coming because they're going to have an orgy like on Kenzie's
Yeah, it's
porch.
essentially, yeah, I was going to say, it's like, it's bugs gone wild. I've never interrupted an orgy, so I don't know.
Well, you're going to have to
I'm
pretty
gonna
soon.
have to.
If you want to eat, you got to jump
If
in the orgy.
I feel like I can get takeout. I feel like we don't have to make it a thing. But if it's around, I'm going to go for it, especially because they don't live very long. They just kind of hang out. They do their thing. They sing a bunch. They pass out. It's like freshman year. But this is a once in a lifetime thing. This is everybody freaked out about the eclipse. This is even more rare than a solar eclipse. This thing 221 years before this happens again. Before you can say you were there for this massive bug orgy that took 13 and 17 years to happen. It's a long prep time. You Google
Can you
it.
eat them after that, or is that just like that's a bad cicada for you?
First off, I appreciate how polite we are to these bugs. Be like, so do you wait for them to have the orgy and then for their dongs to become zombies and explode before you eat them, or you just dive in first?
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.